wow, I have such a big forehead. So I have my hair like this because Leonardo DiCaprio did in The Revenant, which is the movie we're talking about today. But, so, this movie was my ideal adventure movie. I wasn't the biggest fan of adventure films, though I do actually, no, that's not true. I loved adventure movies. I don't know what happened. I guess I just became a film snob. But, I watched him win the Oscar, and I used to make fun of him for it, because, like, I didn't know, I don't think I've seen any Leonardo DiCaprio movies at that point, when he won the Oscar. Which was 2016, I believe? But, yeah. So, my mom was incredibly joyful. But unfortunately she's over 25, so she doesn't have a chance with him. Okay, just kidding. I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I respect him a lot. I do love his performances, but I was just kidding. I'm just poking the bear with a stick. I'm going to see, I'm going to see how long I can talk about this film, because I gotta go, catch a Cubs games after this. But, yeah, roll the intro. So if I'm not entirely incorrect, this film was directed by Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, but Jimmy Johns called him Alejandro G.I., so I think I'm just gonna call him G.I. Joe. I thought I came up with a funny joke, but nope, absolutely not. Wow, I'm really white today. Whatever. Who cares? So I saw Birdman before this film. I absolutely love that movie. I watched it with my friend Armando, like a month ago. I'm going to rewatch it after I think these next few reviews. This review might come out. I think Birdman might be coming out December. I'm not sure. I don't know why. I think this is going to be good Jesus. Wow, sorry, that was my text tones. Sorry, that was my text tone. But like I said previously, I did not know the premise of this film. I did watch the Chris Stuckman review, and I did not know, I just knew the basic plot, that there's this guy living out in the wilderness, and, after I saw Birdman, okay, let me shut this window. After I saw Birdman, I saw that this man's next movie, G.I. Joe's next film, starred Leonardo DiCaprio, and then, I think Chris Stuckman gave it an A-, which I think is like a 9 or something. It's definitely going to be higher than a 9. This is definitely going to be a John Hughes situation. The John Hughes double feature hour or something like that. I don't know. But same thing that happened with Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller. But this film, shockingly, I think when I was trying to try to find where I'd put it in my top 30, somehow I liked it so much that it somehow, I don't know if this is going to change, because it will, bumped up to my number 2. I liked it way more than Birdman. Leonardo DiCaprio, he did deserve the Oscar, but I loved Leonardo DiCaprio in Django. I think my favorite film before this one that he was in, with him in it, was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's my second favorite Tarantino film. The only reason I say him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood than the Django is because as much as he is like, I think he's definitely, this movie is an all-star film. It has a great cast, great writing. It's Tarantino, so yeah. But, Leonardo DiCaprio, I put Once Upon a Time in Hollywood above that because he's the main character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, not one of the secondary main characters. But I also did fall in love with his performance in Inception. I loved him in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I was shocked. I did not know that was Leonardo DiCaprio until my mother told me. That's going to be a running theme. I've yet to see Titanic. I saw the first half hour and I thought it was the wrong movie. But, okay, why am I doing background information? All of you, if you're watching this, you know who Leonardo DiCaprio is. Let's talk about Alejandro Giannardi. So, Birdman was edited to look like one shot. Same thing as, kind of the same idea as 1917, but I don't believe, I'm not exactly sure that, so 1917 is not one shot. Obviously, it's multiple edited together, but there is a scene in the middle where it cuts. So it's technically had to look like two shots. I gotta rewatch the movie. But Birdman has a sequence near the end where it's not one shot, it intercuts. But for the most part, it's all one shot. And has some great cinematography, great editing, great transitions, and definitely has one of the greatest screenplays of all time. It did battle with Ferris Bueller as one of my favorite films. But I think it sits softly at like number 6 now. But, Birdman. Loved it. I'm going to do a separate review when I rewatch it. But, so I loved everything about that movie. I think it's a perfect film. This one, somehow so much better, but also a perfect film. There's this is definitely the best cinematography. Sorry, 2001: A Space Odyssey, but this takes the cake for the best cinematography I have ever seen. Whoa. Wow, I just took a shower and I did not expect my hair to still be wet. But this film, I was in awe in every shot. There was no shot where I was like, what? There's some weird transitions where, like, it goes to the trees, and then there's some weird cinematography. There is some pretentious, confusing parts, but that just added it more to me. I don't care if it was pretentious, I still loved it. Quote that. But yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, he deserved the Oscar. I don't think, if he did not win the Oscar that year, he would have never won the Oscar. It was a Jim and Pam thing, where, Leo really wanted that Oscar, but Pam was like, I'm going to another guy Pam's the Oscar. And then, so then Leo gets the other awards, is happy with those awards, but he still secretly wants the Oscar. And then, well, not secretly, The Office, it's pretty blatant he still wants the Oscar, just like Jim wants Pam. But in 2015, the Oscar wanted him back. And then, he ends up breaking up with Karen and getting with Pam and getting married and having children. Leo just put it on a shelf. But I do absolutely love this film. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you're on the fence, so if you're sad because you heard he sleeps in an animal carcass, man up and get through it. I'm sorry, like, everyone except for PETA watch this film. Okay, no. But, they definitely did not have that. Every animal used in this film was insane. But the acting, the music, there's some really great cinematography in it. And Tom Hardy's character. This movie has Leonardo DiCaprio and Venom. Venom was a stupid fun movie. Tom Hardy in this movie, I couldn't understand his lines. But you also got Charlie Weasley or something. Donald Gleason was in this film too. But I do like this one-man story of Leonardo DiCaprio, which, by the way, Hugh Glass, this is all based off a true story. I forgot to mention that. This movie is based off a true story. Except, okay, I do love the ending. I really like it. But it's, I want to read the Revenant book. But, so the Revenant movie, it strays away in the end to where it's not exactly the same as in real life. But it does, from a film structure, it makes it a lot more, it's a lot more well-rounded. But, like I said, the bear attack, it's great CGI. Except for the sound effect, it was like stock sound effect. But, like, the cinematography, this movie is just perfect. It feels like a blockbuster, but also an art film. It's so confusing. Okay, like, it has a great plot, like, I can't get over the cinematography. So, Alejandro Giannucci is probably my favorite. So there are 3 main double feature directors, because, like, I feel like these are his main 2 films. These are the ones people are going to be talking about forever. So we have Ari Aster, who's soon going to be triple feature with Disappointment Boulevard. Ari Aster's Hereditary and Midsommar, Robert Eggers' The Vivitch and The Lighthouse, and Alejandro Giannucci's, hopefully I'm saying that name right, G.I. Joe's, Birdman, and Revenant. Yeah, I love this movie so much. Go watch it now. Okay? Like, just drop it. I really want to see it in the theater. Even though I've already seen it, I'm fine seeing it again. It does have a lengthy runtime, but don't let that kill it for you. It is really well paced if you really know if you want, so this is, like I said, this is everything I wanted in an adventure movie. Yeah, okay, so I love Leonardo DiCaprio films. Okay, that's it. If you don't know my rating system, an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 is a golden ticket, and a 9.5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 is a trophy. The Revenant, 10 out of 10. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. So, yeah. Just go watch The Revenant. Like, right now. Go watch Revenant and Birdman. Watch them both. They're both great. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay gold, everyone. Alexa, when's the next Cubs games?
I couldn't find any games.
I completely screwed up the whole joke. Wow, I have such a big forehead.